Welcome to the Bepuzzled channel. Today I will be showing you step-by-step instructions on how to put together the Bepuzzled original 3D crystal puzzle, The Purple Dragon. Unfortunately, the pieces are not numbered, so I will be showing you each piece, the front and the back, and doing a little description of each one. Hopefully, we will be able to get the puzzle together for you. So yeah, let's get started. First piece you're gonna start off with is this piece here. It has a little square in the back with a hole through and one sticking out with this little square indent on the top. You're gonna take this one here, square indent on the top, one hole, one in on this side, and one out and one in on the other side. What you're gonna do is take the one in and connect it to the last piece. Next, we're going to take this piece here. It has one out and one in. You flip it over, it has another one out and another one in. You're going to take the one that's a little more straight across here, and it's going to connect to the last piece. Next, we're going to take this piece here. It has a square indent at the top, one out, one in. Flip it over, so one out and one in. You're going to take the one that kind of curves in a little more and connect it to the last piece, keeping that square on the top. Next piece is this one. It has kind of a little scale looking piece right there. It has one out, one in. You flip it over, another one out, and another one in. The piece that has the scales on is going to face downward. And you're going to connect this just like that. Next, you're going to take this piece here. It has the square out of the top, so you know that's going to be at the top. Has one out and one in. Flip it to the other side. There's another one out, another one in. The one that's the longer side is going to face the last piece and connect it right there. Next piece is going to be this one. Square out the top. So one out and one in. Flip to the other side. It's a little longer. Kind of see some of the, I think it's supposed to be the stomach, so it's like the underbelly scales. There's one out, one in, and it's going to connect with that side on the bottom. Next piece is this one. You can see more of the underbelly scales. There's one out, one in on this side, and on the other side it has one out and one in. You're going to take the smaller side, put it against the last piece. Next piece is this one. You can see it has a little indent right there, and it also has two in on this side. Flip it over, and it has one in and one out. The one that is the smaller side connects to the last piece. Next, we are going to put together one of the legs. I'm going to take this piece and this piece, connect them together just like that. Then you're going to take the foot that has a little extra on the back there. It's a little longer, a little bigger, and it's going to connect right there. And you're going to take the leg, and with the foot facing forward, connect it right in that little indent from the last piece. Next one is going to be 2 out with some more of that underbelly scales. You can see, flip it over, it's going to be out and in. The one that is the 2 out is going to connect to the last piece, and it'll cover up the piece that's connected to the leg there. The next piece is this one. It has another indent for the next leg. It has 1 out and 1 in. Flip it to the other side, and it has 1 really small one out and another one in. And how this one's going to connect, it's going to be the really small one that is out. It's going to connect to the last piece. Just like that. Next we're going to put the other leg together. That's going to be these 2 pieces. Oh, it actually does say RL1, so the other one might be labeled 2. Yep, and this one says RL2, so the other one might say L1 or LL1 and LL2. Just keep an eye on that. You might be able to see it. And then you're going to take this little foot, the smaller foot, and connect it. Just like that. And then it's going to slide into this other slot on the other side, just like the first one did. Next we're going to take this piece here. I'm going to take this piece here. There's 1 out and 1 in. It's a little square on this side, so this is going to be at the top. So the 1 out, the 1 in, and on the other side is also another 1 out and another 1 in. You're going to take the one that's this little smaller side, and that is going to be the one that connects to the last piece. And you're going to take this piece here. It's going to be 1 out, 1 in. And you flip it over, it's going to be 1 in and 1 out. The one that is the larger side is going to connect to the last piece, just like that. We're going to take this piece next. So on this side it has 1 in and 1 out. You flip it over, it has 1 in and 1 out. The one that is the smaller side is going to connect right here. You can see where there's a little bit of space left. It also has a little indent at the top here. You'll be seeing on the other ones. There's the next one. It has the little square indent at the top. It has 1 in and 1 out. You flip it over, it has 1 out and 1 in. The one that is the longer piece is going to connect to the last one with that square at the top. Okay, the next piece is going to be this one. It has 1 in and 1 out. Flip it over, it has 2 out. The side that has the 2 out is going to connect to the last piece right there. And then we're going to take this one, it has 1 in, 1 out. Flip it to the other side, it has 2 in. The side with the 2 in is going to connect to the last piece. Right, the next piece is this little one right here. It has 1 in, 1 out. You flip it over, it has this little part sitting out that is going to be for the wing, and then it has 2 that stick out, it looks like. So the pieces that have that little in and the little out connect right there to the last one. And we're going to take this one right here. It has a little curve there. It has 1 in, 1 out. You flip it over, it has 1 out, 1 in. The one that has the out and the in. It's gonna connect right there to the last piece. We're gonna take this piece right here. It has 2 in, flip it over. It has 1 in and 1 out. You're going to take the bigger side. The bigger side is going to connect right there to that piece. Next, we're going to take this piece right here. It has 2 out. You flip it over. It has 2 in. The one with the 2 in is going to connect to the last piece. Then we're going to take this one. It has, for the other wing right there, sitting out, it has 1 out, 1 in. You flip it over, and it has 2 in. The side that has the 2 in is going to connect right there, so that little pin is sticking out for you. Now you're going to take this wing, connect it to this side, right there. And then you're going to take the other wing and connect it to this side. It kind of curves inward. And where it curves inward is going to be the side that it's going to go on. So it curves that way and curves that way. The next piece is this really tiny piece right here. Goes out and in on this side, and on the other side it has 2 that go out. The 2 that go out are going to connect right here, blocking in that first wing we connected. And then we're going to take this piece here. It has 2 in, flip it over. It has 1 in and 1 out. And the side that's larger is going to go connect to the last piece. And we're going to take this one. It has 1 in and 1 out. And I flip over. It has 1 in and 1 out. The one with the smaller one that's sticking out is going to connect to the last piece. Just like that. And we're going to take this piece with the little square indent that doesn't go all the way through, and that is going to go at the top here. It has 2 that go out on one side, and on the other side it's a little flat because the other one ends right there. It has 1 in, 1 out, and 1 in. The piece that has the little indent is going to face the rest of them, so it all lines up like that. Here's the next piece. It has a little hole in the side. It has 1 that goes in, 1 that goes out. You flip it over, another one that goes in, and 1 that goes out. It's going to face this way, and the one that goes in is going to be at the top. Now it's going to be at the bottom. It's the bigger side. It's going to connect to the last piece. This one also has a hole in the side. It has 2 that go out, and then 1 that goes in and 1 that comes out. The one that has in and out is going to be on this side right there. And next is going to be this piece right here. It has a little indent for an arm. It has 1 that goes out, 1 that comes in, and then you flip it to the other side. It has 2 that go in. The piece that has the little indent is going to go at the top right there and fit just like that. The next piece is going to be this piece. It has 2 that go in. Flip it over, has 1 that goes out and 1 that goes in. The one that goes out and in is going to connect to the last piece. The next one is this piece right here. It has 1 that comes out and 1 that goes in. The next, and flip it over, the other side has 1 that's in, 1 that's out. The one that has the small out is going to connect to the last piece. Next piece is the spikes, the back spikes. They're just going to, there's a little indent right there. There's one right there. It's going to fit right in there. Just kind of slides into place. Kind of afraid to set it down. Hopefully it'll stay. Perfect. Okay, next we're going to take this part of the neck. It has the bigger spikes on it. Top of the head, bottom of the head. You can see where the little tongue is. That's going to go right into that little square at the top there. And then we're going to take the neck, both parts of the neck. You can line up the holes, the little pegs, go like that. The head goes in between, and then you're going to squeeze it together, just like that. So after you get the head together, you can see there's the little indent on it right there, just like on the last piece we put in. Just goes right into that spot, just like that. And the next piece has this big indent on one side and two that go out on the other side. Two that go out will connect to the last piece, keeping the neck and the head in place. The next piece is going to be this part of the chest here. You line the hole up. It has two parts that sit out. And then it has this one big one coming out here. Connects right there to the last one. Line it up with the hole. We're going to finally get our stick in here. The stick goes right through there. You take your key and tighten it. Not too tight, because if you make it too tight, you could potentially break your puzzle, and we do not want to break the puzzle. Next piece is the front of the chest here. You line up the little pegs with the holes on the chest. Just like that, cover it up. This longer foot right here gets connected into the front arm, just like that. You see there's a little part sticking out here, and at the top there is a little hole right there. You line up the hole just like that and put it into place. That is the front arm, the front right arm. So you're going to take the arm next, and this tiny little piece, this is the bottom of the other hand. It's going to slide into place. You can see there's a little indent right there, and it kind of sticks out. Can't really get clear focus on it, but it sticks out right there on it. Just slides into place, just like that. Then I'm going to take the top part of the hand, or top part of their claw here, and the little orb. This one also has the little indent to slide into. There's still a little bit left, so it just slides into place as well. And you line up the hole right there. Put the ball in. And you squish it together, and then you connect right there and there. This part kind of sits at the top, and there's a little hole right here for the top one. There's a hole down here for the bottom one. And just push it into place. Go. You put the orb in last too. It was a little easier, kind of fell out while I was putting that other piece on. The last piece is going to be the tail. So you take this piece And then the end piece will go next. You can see there's little indents right there. And those are going to go with this part, little scales on the bottom. That is going to face this way. You can see the scales kind of continue around right there. Then you're going to take this part of the tail, more scales, connect it to the other part, just like that. And you can see there's an indent right there. It is going to connect at the back end just like this and slides into place. Just like that. So this is what it looks like when it's finished. Hopefully the instructions were easy enough to follow. Like I said, unfortunately it is not numbered, so this is the easiest way I can think of to help you out. Hopefully you got the puzzle together and it looks like this. If you have any suggestions of what I should put together next time, let me know in the comment section. And don't forget to like and subscribe. Thanks for watching.